Clough is our referee in charge of this round 3 game, which will be decided with a best of 7 sets.
That's right, best of 7 sets now, and as Tony was saying in the interview earlier, that's a proper game of darts for these lads. These two know what it's like to go the distance, even beyond 7. No problem there. It's the players that haven't yet gone that far, whether they're quite prepared for it. Of course, some are and some aren't. But been looking forward to this one for a while. The number 1 seed against the number 16 seed. And Tony O'Shea, I would think this tall, lean figure from the Netherlands deservedly is number 1. But I think number 16 for Scott Waites probably doesn't actually tell the truth. He's a better player than a number 16.
Be well up there on the
Thank you,
in the
ladies and
rankings,
gentlemen.
but
First set, first
as Wesley said in the interview, he's not really played that many tournaments. He's diversified a bit of soft tip, bit of travelling. He's enjoyed himself the last 12 months, not really played as many tournaments as he should. Otherwise, he would definitely not be down at 16. That's one spot you don't really want, being the 16th seed. If you get through your first round, you always play the best in the world.
Yes, indeed. He's the sort of character that he'll take anybody on, anywhere, anytime. And
140.
lovely start from him. Of course, he does have a full-time job as a carpenter, and I believe a very good one too, and enjoys that.
I think his job's changed slightly the last few years, obviously to fit in with the darts.
85.
I think he's more like a clerk of works or something similar. He goes around checking on jobs, so
good.
Gives him a bit of more free time and gives a bit more flexibility. Especially
More like the foreman in
85.
the day and a double foreman at night.
That's the one. The job he's got, like I say, he gets quite a lot of Fridays and Mondays off to cover the weekends away sort of thing. So.
60.
The younger of the two by 7 years. He's from Heer Hugowaard in Holland, and Waites from the rather easier to say Halifax in West Yorkshire.
83.
In the borough of Calderdale. If you know that part of the world, Todmorden, Hebden Bridge, Halifax,
60.
Sowerby Bridge, lots of Oxenholme. No doubt people from all those places tuning in.
Yes, viewers, John
100.
was a geography teacher. I think he knows every town in Great Britain.
Not in Holland, though.
100. Scott, you require 93.
I feel over the years Wesley's sort of underachieved a little bit. He's a fantastic player.
Go for treble 14 here and gets it for double 16. What a good
61.
effort. What a good effort.
Wesley,
Not so much
require
on the double
96.
16, admittedly. To hold throw then. Wants double 18, Tony.
$78.
It was high, wide and not too handsome, that one. So for the break, first leg of the match, Mr. Waites wants 32.
Game shot on the first leg.
So he breaks the throw straight away and gets a generous round of applause,
Second
just
leg
like a
is Scott to
Yorkshireman hitting a
first.
4 at
Game on.
Headingley.
$54. $100. $45.
Well, not a great visit for Waites.
$60.
They know each other well. They've played each other many, many times. And as Scott said in his interview, we don't know what the score is between us.
100.
Probably not much in it, to be fair. That's making me thirsty, Tony. I don't know about you.
I don't need a sign to make me thirsty, John.
60.
Yeah, Scott doesn't know the head-to-head scores between them, but he's so laid back, Scott. He doesn't really care about stuff like that. He just turns up with darts. Have darts, will travel.
51. $99.
If that was a Terminator in the audience, I don't recall any dart player having a nickname of the Terminator.
There was one, and I can't think who it was. Somebody will let
140.
us know. There was a Terminator. I've got to think who it was.
Look good on the back of a shirt, John. That
100.
that image there.
Scott, you require 111.
Couldn't have been, because he's not around anymore.
Well, he's been terminated.
Yes, indeed. This is a bit clumsy by Scott, having won the first leg
37.
against the throw. He's now in danger of
Wesley, you require 82.
seeing Harms level up. 17 now for tops.
62.
Let off for weights.
Scott, you require
The
74.
last leg he got the treble 14, didn't he? Didn't get the double 16 straight away anyway. Well, he didn't get it. He got the double 8 in the end. Now tops.
54.
Same hole, I think, as Harms
Wesley, you
there.
require 20. Game shot on the second leg. Wesley Harms. Third leg is Wesley to throw first.
In his first match, he
Game
was
on.
quite impressive, was Wesley. And his finishing, at least. Played very well for most of the match. Just drifted off now and again.
That's right, he
100.
beat Andreas Harrison 3-2. He was actually
137.
2-1 down. Won the last two sets, 3-0 and 4-2. So he was pressed
43.
by the Swede. And his overall average was 91.79. So that's considerably
117.
bigger than that of Scott Waits in his victory over Martin Adams. Actually, the first 2 or 3 sets of that were very good. And then it just tailed off a bit towards the end, didn't it? He won 3-2.
100.
He had to come back from 1-0 down, led 2-1, 2-2, and then 3-2. With an average of 84.2. I think he's going to up the ante on that, Tony,
100.
tonight.
Probably have to, John. Still early doors, though. Just feeling the way into the match.
$84. Scott, you require 147.
Well, that's the first part. Needed the treble 17.
83. $98. Scott, you require 64.
Nip and tuck. Got to get another one of those. Now the double 16.
32.
Time and tide.
Wesley requires
Waits for
76.
no man, because Harms can step in here. Oh, that's a poor dart. Got to go treble 13. He might well have got it double 16.
Game
Brilliant
shot on the third
recovery.
leg. Wesley Harms.
Yeah, against Andreas Harrison, he was under pressure a lot of the game.
on.
But he kept pulling out shots like that. His finishing was excellent against Andreas. Showed us again there. He's in form on that finishing.
86.
There it is, the last dart. It was the first one that was wayward. But what a good recovery, using the board intelligently.
140. $100.
Big John O'Shea there.
81.
He's very disappointed with his defeat. Just didn't start enough. He played well later on in the game. Almost provided a great comeback.
He was two different players on that occasion. For 2 sets he just wasn't up the races. Then suddenly... Oh, lovely to watch. And that's the nice time to get it. 280 becomes a ton. Puts him in pole position for the set now, but is Scotty going to repeat? Well, he's gone across, hasn't he, obviously.
Wesley, you require 100.
Makes sense, doesn't it? 178. You don't burst your score on 178.
He's left 38 though.
Game
what a great finish after that first dart.
Wesley
also
Harms.
wins in the first set. As I said a few minutes ago, John, his finishing's excellent.
Yes, Harms has done really
Second
well
set,
there,
first leg,
showing
Scott
us
to
again
throw first.
that he'll take
Game
on any
on.
double that you offer. Double 19 was on offer. Brilliant. And maybe you could say that's not unfamiliar in that it reflects their first matches, just a slight
59.
improvement. Well, quite a considerable improvement in Harms' case, up to 98. And weights up to 86 from 82. He's got to up the ante a little bit, Scott, if he's going to live with the #1 seed.
100. $83. $97.
He's looking a lot more relaxed, is Wesley. A few years ago when he first hit the heights of the BDO events,
140.
always seemed to be under pressure. Maybe put it under himself, to be honest. Obviously he's a bit older now, he's a bit more relaxed. Playing some good darts.
60.
Yes, he's been very formidable member of the BDO hierarchy.
99.
A number of years. Well, they both have. That's the beauty of this game. Between two players who know each other really well and can really turn it on. As he gets
62.
2, but rescues it a little. Waits then, a great chance here. 120, taking an early lead in this. Now the single. Now double 10.
110.
Overpitched that second dart, didn't he?
Yeah. Wesley, that last throw, he got them 2 single ones. He was actually buzzed by a moth then.
Well, I never noticed that. That's very observant
60.
of you, Tony.
Scott, you require 10. Game shot on the
Quality.
first leg.
Used the first start as a
wins.
guide. In the second one
leg,
went.
Wesley to throw
Moth or
first.
no
Game
moth.
on.
He's ahead in this set anyway.
That wasn't a moth that time, that was somebody in the
100.
crowd. Not a bad crowding actually for tonight.
59.
Yes, nice to see, isn't it?
Middle of the week.
$83.
Still not really firing, both players, waiting for the blue paper to be torched.
55.
Mind you, having said that, Harms in particular has a pretty good average.
140.
And he won't do it any harm with the ton 40.
55. $138. $140. Wesley, you
A
require
little late in the
40.
leg. Wesley wanting 40.
Game shot on the second leg. Wesley Harms.
And again, looks comfortable on them
Third leg,
doubles.
Scott to throw first.
Yeah,
Game
very
on.
comfortable. That was placed in quite nonchalantly, really. Oh,
80.
unlucky. That would have been 60 more. However, it's part of the game. It's a bit like the in-off in
60.
you know, you feel aggrieved, but it's part of the game.
$100.
That's a lovely lie. You'd fancy your chances of adding to that, wouldn't you, really?
100.
He could have done.
Oh, that second dart sort of blocked the bed. Thought he might have gone downstairs then.
60.
Well, I was coming downstairs from the players' room as he was going upstairs towards it about half an hour, 40 minutes ago. Wished him good luck. I'm
41.
not taking sides, but wish them both good luck. Have a good game and enjoy it. I think they both have a similar
140.
attitude, really, don't they? I'm going to go up there, I play darts, enjoy it, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Take the pressure off yourself. And like that. Oh, a good group in there from the Dutchman, all
Scott, you
right.
require 121.
First one, second one of the match, of course.
There's a 60. Went for the 25's got it. What a double 18 there for the 121 finish.
Wesley require 120.
Wouldn't put it past him. Wouldn't put it past him.
100.
How he could have done with a dart like the one before.
Scott, you require 18. $9.
Working
Wesley
his way
require
in.
20.
I felt that was an absolute must. And it wasn't. At his
Game
best
on
it
the
would have
third
been, and
leg.
he's paid the
Wesley
penalty.
Harms.
As Harms wins that against the
Fourth leg is
throw.
Wesley to throw first. Game on.
Now throwing for a 2-0 lead. In sets. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. What a time. In the leg you want to win the set. Go 2-0 up. You kick off with a maximum. Oh, that's so
120.
unlucky. Oh, a maximum himself. And that certainly wasn't off the wire. That was right between the other two.
He was actually too accurate with that third dart.
81.
Oh, there it is, Tony. Oh, dear.
As you said, John, right between them.
93.
Just wasn't enough room to squeeze through.
And
100.
Tom takes him within range. Waits could do with a 180 here, certainly a 140. Trailing, got to
43.
produce a big score
Wesley
from
require
somewhere.
140.
This is running away from him now. 140 going, and 80 left. Oh, double 10 for a 140 finish. Yeah, I think he's checking that treble 20, to be honest.
120.
What a position to be in.
Well, we could see it was in, John, but obviously it was a dodgy angle for Wesley. Checked it. Maybe that put him off for the double 10. He'll be back though.
125.
Leaves him Shanghai on the 20s
Wesley required
for Waits if he
20.
gets a chance. But for the set,
Game shot on the second set. Wesley Harms.
Who's
First
been
leg is
particularly
Wesley to throw
strong on his
first.
finishing,
Game on.
Tony, hasn't he?
Yeah, the scoring's not been there 100%, but when you can finish like he has been, it sort of makes up for it. You'll feel pleased after that break. Nice 2-0 lead. Not really had to work that hard for it, to be honest. Scott needs to up his game a bit here. But we know he's capable of it.
100.
Yeah, this set is the one that Waits will say to himself, I've got the darts, I've got to win.
Oh, first to 4, you can't really afford to go 3-0 down.
60.
He hasn't got the darts, he's got to wrest the darts somehow from his opponent. Got a chance here if he can hit a couple of trebles to get ahead. Well, he did hit a couple of trebles and he has gone ahead, but not by quite as much as I was anticipating.
99. $45.
Just the sign of a snatch there. That does creep into his game sometimes, particularly when he finds himself in a tight situation. This is far from tight, but
100.
he does want to get back into it and make it thus. Well,
120.
he's really having some awful luck with those. That was
Wesley
a
require
clippy
142.
bounce out, wasn't it?
Yeah, not for the first time, John.
The other darts being in the road.
60 leaves him 81. 82, sorry.
$90. Scott, you require 141.
Definitely out of the treble 20, that bounce out.
$100.
If my memory serves me right, he's now had 180 on the deck. Fraction in. Well,
36.
that was a fraction, I suppose, but
Scott, you
too big
require
a fraction.
41.
And a chance for Waits, despite that bounce out, with double 16.
Game shot on the first leg.
Matters not now.
Scott Waits. Second leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on.
Did well really there to get back into it. All right, he was let in by Harm's miss, but capitalised. Well, if you can't get a 180, get a 177 instead. No bounce outs there.
Yeah, he stayed clear of that little gap between the first trebles.
100.
Can start to play on your mind though if you get a few bounce outs. I mean, that's the second or third he's had in the match, and we know at least 2 of them, maybe all 3, were out of the treble 20.
92.
Yeah, you can never trounce out with too many bounce outs.
$100.
I remember one game at Blackpool many years ago. I think Keith Deller was playing Rod Harrington. Just seen Andy Fordham in the audience there. He was not far
55.
from here. And poor old Keith Deller had so many bounce outs. It was untrue in the World Match Play. And if he's watching, he'll remember.
Was that the days before he moved to the spring-loaded darts? Is that why he did it, John?
Very thin point, very small points, small pointed darts.
99.
They might have been partly to do with it. Well, he lost this afternoon, a game that he feels, and I think we feel he should have won, Ben Hazel. But I'm sure he'll be back
100.
on some big stage
Scott, you
somewhere.
require 78.
Certainly this experience will have done all the debutants no harm. 20 for tops. For 2-0. Well, he's got to win this set, I feel.
Third leg is
Can still win it,
first. Game
even
on.
if he loses this set, but it's a big ask. But if he can win this set, game on, well and truly.
He's well on the way.
125.
Defended that break. Really important to do that. No point in actually breaking your opponent if you then just give up your own throw the next leg. Defended it well there.
100.
Yes, that's right. It's the same basically as tennis, isn't it? You make sure you try and hold your serve, and then if you can, break the others, and when you've broken, hold yours on
100.
again. That's 4 now. I'm not sure that was in the treble or whether it was off the wire, but he's certainly doing some backbending, isn't he?
Well, the flight then of the previous darts definitely
140.
took the momentum out of that dart. I think it did clip the wire, could have been a treble. Straight back in there.
99. Wesley, you require 136. $60.
Well, normally he'd have been looking for the ton, which he was, of course, but not perturbed when he doesn't get it because Waits is well back.
98.
And now
Wesley, you require
76.
76.
That's the first bit done.
Game
Second bit
shot on the
done.
third leg. Wesley Harms. Fourth leg, it's Scott to throw first.
Yes, that's what he was
Game
doing
on.
earlier in the game. Waits, having won the last 2 legs, put an end to that, but
97.
he resumes Harms in exactly the same mode, not messing about on the doubles. And he's coming down there, he knows that's
139.
distinctly dangerous to disturb that dart that was resting in the treble 20 precariously.
100.
That last dart, Scott.
$100.
So 42 in it. Waits can get a couple of trebles. Great switch. Oh well.
98.
Could be worse. 98. First shake of the head of the match from Harms, the Dutchman.
$138.
It's a nice setup from Scotty. The leg he really needs to win. Fails to win this, it'll be Wesley starting the last leg of the set. But if you can take the 68 out
140. Scott, you
for
require
a 14
68.
or a 15 dart, it'll wrap the set up.
Yes, one's double 16 now. Fraction inside there.
36.
But that wonderful 140 from Harms
Wesley
there has set
require
this up
80.
nicely to level up the set. Now, double 10.
Game shot on the
Well,
fourth leg.
Scott
Wesley
Waits
Harms.
earned himself first shot at the double.
Fifth
Couldn't
leg
hit
is
it.
Wesley to throw
And Harms
first.
with
Game on.
140 and an 80 like that. Steals it really. Now throwing for the set himself.
100.
Good last dart.
I think Scott will look back on that leg with huge regret if he goes now on to lose this game.
97.
As, should he lose this leg, seems likely. First to 4 now, of course. But to come back from 3-0 down against a player of Wes
140.
Harms' quality is going to be very, very difficult indeed.
$177.
Desperately needed that from Scott. Brings him back into the leg. Still slight favourite though is Wesley.
Yeah, did it 2 legs ago, Waits, and one, of course, the 177 helping him. He's actually on 227 now. There we are.
That 60s let Scott back in, but not made the most of it.
68.
Saved it with that last dart, but it's left him a bogey. One big score from Wesley here.
Yes, you can hit 159 with 3 darts, but you can't finish on
60.
159 with 3 darts.
No, it's not been punished. Only a 60 there. 79 left.
137.
Brilliant.
Wesley
Brilliant.
require 141.
So 22 for Waits and 61 now needed.
99.
Well, that's not a bad dart. It leaves
Scott
him 42.
requires
So
22.
22 here, double 11. A big
Game
dart
shot
for
on
the
the
set.
third set.
Came back well
Scott
against the
Waits.
darts. And this game is very much on again.
Fourth set, first leg is Scott to throw first. Game on.
Yes, game on. Josh Clough, himself a West Yorkshireman.
Actually mentioned a couple of nights ago, I was watching young Josh practicing in the back room. He hit probably 10 180s in the
He's a good
spell I was there.
Well, all those referees are pretty handy players, I've noticed.
60.
But a friend of his sent me a text message with the actual Yorkshire Super League rankings, and he was number 4 in the Yorkshire rankings. Just got his county spot, I believe, young Josh.
62.
Well, there was a bounce out there off the 19s. I'm counting them because that's 5 now, and that was in the treble 19 and summer. There comes a point where he's got to look at his dart. Is the point sharp enough?
There comes a point where he's got to sort the point out.
$58.
Always was. He had 3 like that the other side of the little segment, didn't he, earlier? Grouping very nicely indeed.
82. Wesley require 161. $41.
We have not a big finish yet
Scott,
in
you
this
require
game. Not one as big as this yet for a long time. Well, maybe this time. Maybe this time. Oh, unlucky Scott. 139. Puts him handy should he come back. Harm's going for Shanghai. Needs the treble now. Oh, and that shot from Waits.
45.
139, almost checking out.
Scott, you require 25.
There you are, 25 to go for.
Big 9 for double 8. Wasn't even close, that one, Scott.
Game
That was close,
shot on
though.
the first leg. Scott Waits, second leg is Wesley to throw first. Game on.
Pendulum swings again, John.
Yeah, just about hung on to his throw there, didn't he?
97.
And again, he had that bounce out, if I can call it that. It was more of a fallout. And yet, he still managed to win the leg. So, all credit to him.
$60.
Well, that's 2 visits on the trot where his body's played a greater part than it ought to with the last dart.
83. $96.
Yeah, there's the man who played so well this afternoon. Wayne Warren. Charming fella.
100.
Cocker hoop, his finishing was, and he admitted it, he said, there was only one set where I couldn't finish. Every other set I knew that if I got to the end.
75.
Oh, yet another one. This is going to be some sort of record
Wesley
soon.
require
That came off the
161.
point of the dart that was already in.
100.
If you have 6 bounce outs, do you have another go?
It's not the fun fair, John.
No, it's not. You're not playing Ludo, are we? We're playing darts.
42.
He's after
Wesley
the outer
requires
bull there to leave
61.
160. Couldn't manage it, it's left him a bogey. 44 left. That 12 will leave him 32, which is double 16.
45.
Well, for once he didn't at the double first time. He hasn't all the time. But in general, it's been pretty sharp. But Waits here, trailing by some way,
60.
can only hit 60.
Wesley
So
requires 16.
it's double 8 again for Harms. You can see where he hit it once before, or one of them did anyway.
Game shot on the
Line
second
those
leg.
up nicely.
Wesley Harms.
Deservedly wins the leg.
Third leg is Scott to throw first.
Even
Game
Stevens
on.
in the 4th set.
$55.
Good tempo to this
100.
game. Nice rhythm. They suit each other in that regard.
$59.
Trying to stay at harm's length, if I can put it that way.
140.
2-1 up. He'd love to go 3-1 up in sets. And of course, he has other ideas.
99.
That treble 20 bed was open there, but Scott decided to go downstairs. I wonder if the bounce outs are affecting him and making him actually change tactics a little.
Could be. Certainly been enough of them. Only 45. This is where the Yorkshireman has to capitalise. Put in a big score now. It's funny how sometimes one hits a low score and the other one follows, but that rescues him a little bit, but it only levels up the score, give or take half a dozen points.
$140.
Now that makes a difference. What a visit, Tony. Penultimate visit it might be. It might be the ultimate visit if he gets double 8 now. Oh, setting it up nicely, Waits, but Harms. I thought he was going to push that inside.
Scott, you require 36.
Waits his chance off. Now double 18, and he deserved that. What a brilliant
Scott Waits.
174 he hit to set it up.
On. $121. $44. $40. $174.
Did it again now, Waits, a 174. He's had attempts at 180s, and at least on 2 occasions he's been denied by the dart coming back out of the board.
137.
This is good stuff now from Waits. Scotty too hotty. Not too hotty for Harms at the moment,
140.
but he's certainly raising the
Scott, you
temperature.
require 146. $78.
Well, it's becoming
Wesley, you require 100.
something of an epidemic now, isn't it?
Well,
Dropsy.
probably the worst dart Wesley could have fired in there.
88.
Scott's going to get another go.
Scott, you require 68.
He's taken this out before. A few legs back. This way.
Game
Yes.
on the fourth
Well,
set.
they can have all the bounce outs in the world, but if you win the leg, it doesn't matter.
Caught another dart on the way in.
Leg. It's Wesley to throw first. Game on.
So they've been balked by an obstacle in the way. The fact is, in the case of most of those bounce outs, he actually went on to win the leg. So it probably won't bother him quite as much, although it is, of course, for concern.
137.
Well, kicks off. This is a cracking game. 91. They're both averaging around the 90 mark.
83.
His bounce outs, it certainly isn't the fact that he doesn't throw them hard enough. He gives him a full belt there.
Oh yes, there's the full weight of the
84.
arm and the shoulder going into it. No doubt about it. And Harms doesn't hold back, does he? They're pretty quick at reaching the board.
100.
4 180s, all to Harms. But if we had a 177 column, those would feature.
100.
Well, they are featuring in the 140 plus, of course. We've had 2 of those from weights, plus 2 174s. That's the equivalent
95.
almost of 4 maximums. So, not as bad as it looked for weights.
Yeah, one of them 174s was setting up a nice finish.
It was, yes. 210 became 36.
60.
He's left himself a nice Shanghai on 20s as Scott.
$100. Scott, you require 120.
Got a host of tweets about the Terminator. We'll let him go for that.
100.
And Harms for
Wesley requires
68.
68.
Just short of the tops that he was looking
Scott, you
for.
require
So
20.
waits to break the throw. Using all his guile, all his experience, moving inwards. He's going to throw at that second dart. Not quite. A little bit harder, that'd have been
Wesley,
in.
you require 20.
Couldn't have done much more. The same target, double 10.
Game shot on the first
Only
leg.
needs the 1.
Wesley Harms. Second leg is Scott to throw first. Game on. $43.
Scott Waits has only led once in this match, and that was 1-0 in the very first leg. He's not been ahead since. That was his chance. Loads of mentions
59.
of Terry Temple, who I should have known is the Terminator. Thank you very much, all of you. So too many to mention.
134.
Some of whom I recognise the names of you, but Terry Temple, good player, plays in the PDC circuit, and nice lad as well.
100. $40.
Got a lovely loop this throw here into another one. Yes, the first one almost said, "Come and join me, boys," and they did. Fantastic. That's his 5th then.
140.
An answer from Scott. Gives him 82. Went for the ball, which would have left him 32, but
Scott, you require
Still not a bad lead.
144.
No, it's a good leave, isn't it? 57 left. 144.
well, he likes 36 to Scott. Another one of them will leave him that.
There's a lovely first dart as well. Plenty of room
84.
for another one.
Wesley, you require 57.
So 17 and tops.
37.
Well, they got that double
Score
10
requires
literally
60.
50, 60, 70 seconds ago. Not this time though. And now
Game shot on the
tops
second
for
leg.
weights. And
Score
1-1
weights. Third leg is Wesley to throw
in legs,
first. Game
2-2 in
on.
sets, all square in the O2.
60. $96.
There it is. Nicely in, nestling in the double top.
140. $99.
Using the board, up, down and back up again. Scott Waits, but Wesley Arms, that's one of the better ones. I don't mind mentioning the better ones.
100.
The best I ever saw, Tony, World Match Play, lad dressed as a chicken, and he had a placard saying eat beef. Oh, it tickled us, I'll tell you, in the commentary box.
I can remember seeing that, John.
It was a good few years back.
60.
Sitting on the front row dressed as a chicken. Anyway, you get some belters, don't you? 61 left.
95. Wesley
No, wait, I'm sorry, I'm looking at
141.
arm score. Come on, concentrate, John. Now then, 2-1. 101.
100.
41 when he goes.
Scott, you require 112.
Can get this, Tony.
Yeah.
Not now. Not now. Annoyed with himself. Got to reassemble himself.
$72.
Tidied up though, leaves him 40.
Wesley, you require 41.
Well, he's missed a big number. He wanted the 9 to leave 32. Leaves him 20.
Game shot on the third
Maybe
leg.
that focuses the
Wesley
mind a little
Hart.
bit when you do that,
Fourth
because he
leg, Scott to
certainly
throw
was
first.
focused
Game on.
that double 10. Brilliant recovery. And once again, he's in the lead.
55.
Not a good start from Scotty there. 2-1 down in the fifth set.
100.
Yes, defining legs these. And, it's 2 sets all. Whoever can
84.
nose ahead here. We'll go into that next one thinking, come on, extra effort and you're home.
93.
Good cover shot.
$134.
Great visit that though. Helps to make up for the indifferent start. Lead of 80 for Waits.
100.
Even with a deficit of 20, you still make him favourite from here. He
100.
was trying to pitch that over, wasn't he? And
Caused an overbalance there.
yes,
Still a ton. Still leaves him a finish. 65.
84.
84
Scott, you
scored.
require 128.
certainly go the 18 route here, I would have thought. Yes, 74 left, another one of those. No, he's got, oh, double 16.
Game shot on
Brilliant,
the
brilliant
fourth
stuff.
leg.
Well, I said we
Waits.
hadn't done a big
Fifth leg is
check out.
Wesley to
Waits
throw first. Game
perfectly
on.
had that one worked out. Single 18 would have still left him on a 2-dart finish. Treble, that was brilliant, Tony.
Brilliant and very
100.
much needed as well, John. Maybe that little flash of brilliance might inspire him, fire him up.
99.
He does like that treble 18, doesn't he? Very reminiscent of that other great Yorkshireman, Dennis Priestley. He loves switching to 18s at times. I used to MC a lot of his shows, you know, and he deliberately moved to it just to make it more difficult. Awkward, man, he could be. I hope you're watching, mate.
125. 58.
Wesley's switched quite a lot down to that 90. He's not really hit many of them. He's having to switch a lot of the time because that first start's blocking.
58.
When it's 2-2 and 2-2,
100.
you know it's a close game. How long it will stay close remains to be seen. Somebody put on a spurt now and he can be home in a few legs' time.
66 left.
107. Scott, you require 82.
Yeah, to leave 36, so 82, you've got to take it. 17 and tops.
62.
Near the treble, that one, Tony. That really did flop out of his hand, didn't
Wesley
it?
require 36.
Only just in camera shot, it was that low. For 36 for the set, just inside. That awkward double 9.
27.
Yeah, well, the smile hides disappointment, I can assure you, folks. As you probably realise anyway, waits now for the lead. Would you believe it?
Scully!
It's only the second time in this match he's been ahead, and the first time that he's been ahead
first leg is
in
Scott
sets.
First. Game on.
So, and throwing first in this set, this will be one heck of a comeback in a high-quality match.
86.
They can both play better than that, but they're giving us a decent game to watch.
60.
That 128, the previous leg, was as precious as anything, wasn't it?
36.
To level up the set and then to finish that off nicely.
That 20, that double 10 there actually won in the set, but I think the 128 set it up to win the set. That was a brilliant finish.
Well, hitting the doubles, it's an even game in terms of legs, 11 all.
83.
But that hides an untruth, really. Harms 5 maximums, as I said
60.
earlier, weights nil. 2 174s, 2 177s. He's had his big scores too.
97.
It's a welcome one, takes him to 199.
$98.
Scott's thrown 12 darts here, not hit a ton in this leg yet. That should make it.
Can't believe this.
117.
You can see the mark that made. Well, he's in his ton. You can see the mark that made on the treble 20, just at the bottom there on the wire. It actually bounced off that wire.
140. Scott, you require 82.
Using the bullseye, he's hit it. 2 16s.
Game shot.
Great 2-dart finish there from Scotty.
Scott waits. Second leg, it's Wesley to throw first.
It's
Game
another
on.
bounce out, but it doesn't affect him. He still wins the leg, and I think most of those bounce outs have been in winning legs. Comes back with a 180, that's his 6th of the match.
59.
At the start of this set, with Scott throwing first, he'd been thinking to himself, just hold your throw. 3 holds a throw, you're through to the quarterfinals.
140.
Yes, if you get the break, it's a bonus.
Achieved that first hold, 1-0 up. Wesley
58.
determined though, 180, 140 already in this leg, leaves him 181 after just 6 darts.
$100.
Leaves 81 after 9. That's the equivalent of 3 140s, isn't it? 180, 140 ton. So looks as though Wes Harms will
81.
be evening up
Wesley
here.
require
Possible 11
81.
darter. 62 left. He'll go treble 10. Single 10 will do. 20
49.
leaves nicely on 32. Mentally, if you're playing in this situation, do you write this leg off and
81.
think, I'll just keep going?
Wesley
But
require
you know, in
32.
truth, you're not likely to win it.
Game shot on the second leg. Wesley Harms.
That's exactly what
Third
happened
leg
there.
is Scott to throw first. Game on.
Again, he just needs 2 holes for the match, Scott. This is off.
$84.
Just to remind you, the game coming up after this, Michael Hunter Buckner and the former champion
$81.
Harold Make from Dorset, Scott Mitchell, and the winner of that will play the winner of this in the quarters.
82. $60.
Two 0 down. Waits in this match in sets. He's won 3 sets in a row, and they've all been, or 2 of them have been 3-2. One of them was
60.
3-1. So there's been a bit of nail biting, but it's darts like he's used that treble 18 in this match absolutely beautifully.
140.
For a 14
Scott, you
leg,
require 64.
14 dart leg and a 2-0 lead, sorry, 2-1 lead. Single 16, another single 16 for the double 16.
Oh, you aren't half a good counter, you,
Scott
Tony
Waits. Fourth leg
O'Shea.
is Wesley to throw first. Game on.
But he got it right, didn't he?
And that's
Bang
2,
on.
and that's 2 at the 3 holes he needs.
60.
All the pressure on Wesley now. What he wouldn't have given for a nice 12 dart leg, make it easy on himself.
Yes. It looks as though that little
81.
head shake, I think he's beginning to realise time's running out. Could be running out. Scott Waits trying to
60.
strengthen that stranglehold that he's only held for a matter of minutes. As I say, Harms went 2 sets up and looked all over the winner.
100.
Not giving up though, in all fairness, his 7th maximum.
$99. $60.
Really running away with it on the 3-figure scores. 45, 12 and 7.
84. Wesley require 120.
He'll be happy just to lay up and in the knowledge that
100.
Waits is back on 198.
Yeah, another leg, he's not achieved the ton yet. He's going to get it this one.
174.
Superb cover shooting from
Wesley
Scotty.
McGuire, 20.
Left him 24 to save the match.
Well, this...
15.
Oh, the double five may well be his last dart, and that
Scotty
174 from
24.
Waits was nothing short of brilliant, miraculous almost, as he wants double 12
Game,
for
shot,
the match that he
and the
never
match.
looked like winning at one stage.